Once in a sunlit forest where ancient trees stretched their branches towards the sky and a gentle brook murmured secrets to the mossy stones, lived a small squirrel named Squeaky. His days were filled with the important business of a squirrel's life, scampering up the rough bark of oak trees, burying acorns for the winter to come, and chattering with his friends in the leafy canopy. His coat was a simple, practical shade of russet brown, perfect for blending in with the tree trunks and the fallen leaves, a color as common and as comforting as the earth itself. One brilliant afternoon, as the sun dappled through the leaves, casting dancing patterns on the forest floor, Squeaky paused his work. A magnificent sight had captured his full attention. Strolling through a clearing was Caspian. The peacock Caspian's tail was a breathtaking cascade of iridescent feathers, a fan of emerald, sapphire, and gold that shimmered and shifted with every regal step. When he found his tail, it was as if 100 glittering eyes opened at once, catching the sunlight in a dazzling display that made the very air seem to vibrate with color. Squeaky watched, his little heart filled with a profound sense of awe and a small, unfamiliar ache of envy. He looked down at his own plain, brown fur, and then back at the peacock's living rainbow. He felt suddenly very small, very ordinary, and incredibly dull. His busy, happy life of gathering nuts seemed utterly trivial compared to the sheer splendor of Caspian. "Oh, to be so beautiful," Squeaky whispered to a passing ladybug, "to be noticed and admired by everyone, just for being alive." Caspian, who never missed an opportunity to be admired, noticed the little squirrel staring. He preened, turning slowly to ensure Squeaky saw every angle of his magnificent plumage. With a haughty tilt of his crested head, he glided closer. "Well, little brown thing," Caspian said, his voice as smooth and proud as his appearance. "Gazing upon perfection, are you? It must be a rather dreary existence, scurrying about in the dirt, all covered in that drab mud-colored fur. You blend right into the bark and the soil. No one would ever notice if you were there or not." He chuckled, a sound like dry leaves rustling. "Look at me. My colors are a gift to the forest. I bring beauty wherever I go. What do you bring?" "Just more brown." Squeaky's ears drooped and his bushy tail twitched with embarrassment. The peacock's words were like sharp little pebbles, and they stung. He had never thought of his fur as mud-colored before. He had only thought of it as warm and useful. Now, he felt plain and worthless, and he scurried away to hide his face, the peacock's mocking laughter echoing behind him. The next day, a strange quiet fell over the forest. The usual chorus of birdsong was hushed, replaced by an unnerving stillness. Suddenly, the sharp, terrifying sound of a snapping twig echoed through the trees, followed by the low, gruff voices of men. Hunters had entered their peaceful home. Panic erupted. Birds took to the sky in a flurry. Deer bounded into the thickets, and rabbits dove for their burrows. Squeaky, his heart pounding against his ribs, instinctively flattened himself against the trunk of a giant oak tree. His russet brown fur, the very fur Caspian had mocked, melted perfectly against the texture and color of the bark. He was practically invisible, just another part of the tree. From his safe vantage point, he saw Caspian in the same clearing as before. The peacock, paralyzed by fear, had fanned his glorious tail in a desperate, instinctual display. The brilliant greens and blues stood out against the muted tones of the forest like a beacon. The hunters spotted him instantly. "Look there," one of them shouted, his voice a harsh intrusion. "What a beauty! That one will fetch a fine price." The peacock's magnificent feathers, his source of pride and vanity, had become his greatest danger, making him an easy and unmissable target. Squeaky held his breath, his small body trembling. He watched as the hunters advanced on the terrified peacock, their nets ready. There was nowhere for Caspian to hide. His beauty was a spotlight that he could not turn off. Pressed against the rough bark, Squeaky felt a profound and quiet lesson settle over him. He wasn't beautiful like the peacock. He didn't turn heads or inspire gasps of admiration. But he was safe. His simple, plain coat was a shield, a cloak of invisibility that protected him from harm. He was a part of the forest, not just a decoration within it. The hunters, their prize captured, soon left, and a nervous peace began to return to the woods. Squeaky remained still for a long time, listening to his own steady heartbeat and feeling the solidness of the tree against his body. The envy he had felt just the day before had vanished, replaced by a quiet, humble gratitude. As the last rays of the setting sun painted the sky in shades of orange and purple, Squeaky scampered down from the tree. The forest was settling in for the night, and the familiar, comforting sounds were returning. He looked at his reflection in a small puddle. He saw just a plain brown squirrel with a bushy tail. But now he saw things differently. He realized that not all gifts are loud and colorful. Some are quiet, simple, and far more valuable than they appear. His plainness was not a curse. It was a blessing. It allowed him to live his life in peace, to work and play and thrive without drawing the wrong kind of attention. And so the humble squirrel learned that true worth is not found in drawing every eye, but in the quiet strength that keeps you safe. For in the great tapestry of the forest, even the plainest threads are essential to hold it all together.